Welcome to Tea Time by Girl Talk. I'm Elizabeth Vargas.
I'm Jodie Silva.
I'm Tiffany Soursby. And I'm Sophia Joels.
And I'm Chetin Göle.
Chet, thank you so much for being here today.
I'm obligated. It's in the contract.
Chet is an actual real actor / comedian. And it's Luke's friend, so we're like, okay, let's see what he can do today. So we're expecting to get some comedy out of you.
I will do my best. The slash part of the slash comedian is the part where I have to try.
Well, we got a lot of estrogen in the house, so we're going to see how that goes.
I'll bring whatever the other thing is.
So we know that the Housewives reunion of Orange County is over. We are late. We're going to give you the tea today. We're going to spill it. We're going to tell you guys what we think, and we're going to just let it all out. I know for a fact a lot of you have a lot of opinions on their outfits, what they said, Tamara going sober on her attitude, Jen and Katie aligning with, who do they align with? Oh, Jesus Jugs, Alexis. I mean, there's so much crap today. We're just going to dive right into it. Jodie, what do you got for us?
So we mentioned about their outfits. I thought everyone looked good. I thought they didn't look amazing, but they looked good. The faces look great. No?
I thought actually the faces looked great, but I felt like their outfits were just kind of all over the place and nothing like made sense. Like, there was some pink and because normally there's like a theme.
Yeah.
Normally there's glam.
Well, actually,
there was a gold theme though, right? The background was sort of gold, right?
But some of them had on pink, browns. I will say, like, obviously the one that looked the best was Heather. I thought she looked the best. Makeup-wise, hair, the dress fit properly.
Heather, you picked Heather out of everybody?
No. Yeah, I like the Jen and the gold.
The best.
That orange, that burnt orange color.
Okay,
That's what I like.
I would say, because, you've done a reunion.
Yeah.
Bravo normally says, this is our theme. We're going to go with this theme. And they have to okay your outfits before you wear. So when you get invited to the reunion, they say we're going to have, for example, a gold theme. And then you pick out outfits. You send pictures to Bravo.
They picked my outfit. They told me I couldn't wear a specific color because Bronwyn was wearing her color. And I was like, when I saw their outfits, I'm like, who is in charge of this outfit thing right now? Obviously, there was no wardrobe person at all.
No, and I think they should have been more glam. I think that there wasn't, because previous years, they've definitely brought the style. And it's a whole thing throughout the whole season. Orange County, for some reason, has lost the glam. It's not glamorous.
It's never been glam in Orange County.
But it used to be.
We are a beach city. We don't even have a city.
That's
true. We have Fashion Island. Like, what are we going to dress up to go to the mall? Like, woo!
It's a county.
Well, actually, people dress up in Salt Lake City in the snow. So Orange County could definitely dress up more. They could.
I agree. I thought Katie looked amazing.
I thought so. Katie's outfit was very Asian inspired, which I appreciated, but her makeup and her skin was just on point.
Yeah.
Nobody could. Yeah, she was the best.
I thought everyone's makeup actually looked good. I wasn't fond of the set. I thought the set was odd.
Really?
I
loved it. It's so Orange County.
It was too much.
It looked like somebody's house up in Crystal Cove.
Kodo to whatever.
Oh, Riverside.
Your dog?
How did you feel about the updos, the prom dos? I wasn't feeling those.
Yeah, I think that, I thought Gina looked great. I thought Emily's skin looked fantastic. I did actually I liked her dress too. Tamara looked beautiful. Shannon looked great. I did not like the dress that Shannon was wearing.
I didn't care for it either.
It was white. That was
Did they must have put balloons under her boobs? Because I thought at one point she was going to give herself a boob job. She was like literally like.
I think it was the dress.
It was the dress too.
But who did that? Who said, okay, Shannon, you're single now. We're going to get you out there and we're going to push those girls up.
Like they gave her some cutlets or something.
Right.
So is that a thing they do? They do balloons and like a cutlet? Are we talking like a meat?
Chicken cutlets. No,
they do Spanx normally. But this whole boob thing was new for Shannon. I really, I thought she looked good. By the way, Shannon held her own when Jesus Jug showed up. That was insane.
I just thought it was so funny that the constant remarks about her being a friend and was like, bye friend, you're just a friend. Yeah. And when Jesus Jugs comes on and she's like, I had to get out of bed. I needed my career back. And they're like, this is your career. Like you suck at being a friend. You can't even make a career out of being a friend.
In all fairness, she's a mom and that's a full-time job.
It is.
But I thought that it was actually kind of mean. It was funny the first few times.
Who was
your friend.
Alexis?
No. When they kept saying, I get it. She deserves, what she got. But after like, you're a friend, like probably the 10th time, I was like, all right, we get it.
No, I think there's an alliance there. I have to say, like all of us housewives that are real house that were full time, kind of have like this secret society. Like we've done it, we've been there, we went through hell, and so to have her come in and smash one of the OGs and really do it with a man she used to bang. Oh my God. I disrespected her right off the bat. To have her come in and bang an ex just to get on a show and then act like you weren't banging him on purpose. Like, we just fell in love. I just happened to be banging a house husband and I just happened to be wanting to go on the season. I just happened to have auditioned 50 times and not got back on.
Not defending her again, but she was an OG. I mean, she was from a long time ago.
She's 10 years ago. And
But
then she
still,
claimed
that
she
is
was
an
a
OG.
TV star. She's been on Below Deck, which you pay to be.
She was on Below Deck.
I
Yes.
will never respect that woman ever, and
as
I've
what?
lost respect
She
for
was one
John.
of the guests. You pay to go on as a guest on Below Deck.
They
She
give
went
you,
on
it's
there.
like a discounted rate.
But it's still $10,000.
Wait, you have to
Yeah,
pay?
it's not a
You
discount.
do.
It's expensive.
You
still
do,
have to
because
pay,
I was invited on to go, and I was like, "This looks fun." And they was like, "Oh, by the way, it's $10,000." I was like, "How is that an invitation?"
We were all invited with Christina. I was like, she told me, and we were all invited, and you have to
Pay to play?
Yeah,
Well, they pay for you to fly there, your accommodations and everything, but
it's 4 days
Yeah, you're only on the boat for 3 nights.
Why do people do it then?
because it's fame. Because
They get to be on
That's
television.
the
What's
whole
the
reason.
positive other than is it just they're being
well,
seen?
You
How
get a
much
free
would it
trip
cost?
out of it. Well, no, you actually don't.
How much would it
Anyway,
cost to go on a
Below
yacht?
Deck's not a conversation. The reunion.
Even though it is a good show.
It is a good show. It is a good show.
I love the stews.
I know I'd hit half of them. I'd be like, I don't know where this was at. She's not on camera. Here's the $10,000. Here's 50. I'll take 5 of you. Sorry. They're all hot. I mean, come on. All right. So let's discuss the dynamic between the group was really interesting. I didn't really like that Jen. I love Jen and Katie, but they aligned with
Tamara.
with Tamara and with
Jesus Jugs.
With
How
Alexis.
did that even happen? The relationship with
They
Jesus
did and they
Jugs-
didn't, though, because everyone was kind of like terminating Jesus Jugs. And then like, well, you're her friend, you know? And then like, are we her friend? I don't know.
Yeah, because
I
on the
didn't see
reunion,
that.
it seemed like they were trying to back out of that friendship
totally.
thing.
But then it showed that they became friends like after filming, that they were, I mean, people are different too. It's like they're not concerned about what they're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe an actual
We need
friendship.
an off-camera
happened.
like hot mic thing as soon as they get off for like 2 days and find out what really happened.
I just think that it was such an attack on Shannon throughout the whole season. And maybe she is an okay person, but I don't see it. I think that the attacks, and then she comes on with all these receipts. She constantly is fighting for John all the time.
What is up with Alexis and her finance receipts that aren't even her money? Like that forensic bitch. Oh my God. I went through a nasty divorce. I was beside myself forensically. And it's only like, when you're in a relationship, men spend money, women spend money.
Oh, did
you don't owe the guy money back. You gave him your lady parts, like in your love and your beauty.
loyalty?
But
Like that's worth something.
I mean, it's the whole thing is I mean, I get what he's saying. He's like, we weren't together anymore or whatever. She says that they were still sleeping together. That's kind of her stupidity, you know?
But the money wasn't spent when they were separated like that. The money was spent throughout the whole.
Because they were just a yin and yang. They weren't like I spent a lot. Like my last vacation with somebody, I spent a lot. And I was like, okay, but then he spent a lot, and it was a give or
Well,
take
when you're
thing.
dating, it's like you want to lavish like your loved one with gifts.
But
and
don't you think
presents.
it was funny? I think Bravo
And
do
by the
a
way,
great
a
job
facelift?
of that face job of going.
It probably looked damn good.
Of
And
course
this
you're gonna
guy's
go
wanting money
there.
back for that. Well, then she better take a piece of his.
Well, so were they still
Stick
married
in
when
her
she
pocket.
got
They
that
wasn't
loan?
married.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know that.
He
Yeah.
benefited from her facelift.
He benefited from the
100%.
TV
Yeah.
Thank
that
you.
jaw.
That job.
and then boobs.
Are we listing the benefits of the situation?
Yeah, of that tight jaw.
Of that, yeah, we've got the jaw. got
But
the
they,
boobs.
I think that I think that she's ridiculous. I think it's funny that Shannon has paper receipts, and then Emily is like, "Do you know there's Excel?"
Shannon showed her age in London when
Yeah.
she's like,
She's got all these bitchin'
I'm like, did
receipts.
your lawyer write those out for you? Where's your bifocals?
Yeah.
I thought it was just crazy though that she even had them or that she wrote all that down. who even keeps track?
Well,
Like,
no,
I
you
No,
have
because
to.
he's making
Yes.
her.
Oh,
So imagine if your ex's blowjob girl or your ex's little girl, wants to know all your receipts. And so, of course, she's going to write them down because she feels defensive and try and defend herself. And it's just, you do odd things when there's a new woman involved that's trying that, John probably wouldn't have done any of this if Alexis, that one woman, I just don't even like to say her name. If Alexis wasn't involved, John would never. Dudes aren't really that dramatic. I mean, John, yes, he's a fame whore. He loves the camera. He wants to be back on. He did interviews. It's obvious he's a house husband for life. And his in was banging Alexis.
Yeah.
Fine. Whatever, dudes. Just rude. And the fact that Shannon had to defend herself, Shannon's already she's a woman of success. She's have beautiful children. She's on the show
a horrible
forever.
divorce.
And it's just like, give her
he's
a
getting
break.
a divorce now, isn't he?
Probably.
Her ex.
So, and the fact that he got money from her and then he gave Jesus Jugs that ring. And, that ring money allegedly is going to come from the money he got from Shannon. And then as soon as he breaks up with Jesus Jugs, he's going to get that ring back and give it to the next woman. He's just a serial.
He's a Ponzi scheme.
He's a
housewife.
He's an alleged well, we can't. I learned I can't say that word on
you
camera.
can't?
Allegedly.
Can you rewind that?
Yeah, can you fix that in post, Luke? But and so there's a lot of lawsuits, there's a lot of crap, and it's real suits.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of situations where lawsuits cost a lot of money, and like when Tamara opened her mouth with Ryan from Jen's guy about the money.
But that whole story still does not make sense. And Jen does speak very well, but I still think there's something not right. Don't accidentally get $8 million dropped into your account.
Okay, so what happened with Ryan? I don't get it.
So
Ryan is a Vegas.
Ryan's best
partner was a
friend
bookie.
or friend, whatever you want to call him, is an illegal bookie.
An illegal bookie.
Yes.
And this is fact.
Was one right. That was on the podcast.
Because some of the cases have already been closed and people had to pay fines.
And I don't want.
What do you mean people had to pay fines? Who? The bookies? Okay, let's not. We won't get into the details because I don't want to.
But I just want to know how he had immunity.
Lawyers. By the way, we're gonna make sure none of this. But I'm just talking to my lawyers right now.
But I do think it was. This is obviously. I love Emily, so it's hard for me to speak ever bad about her. But I thought she was such a badass when she cut him. Was like, well, how'd you get immunity then?
Yeah.
And it was such a brilliant statement because she's like, well, I don't know. She goes, well, I do because I'm an attorney. So I know the fact that you don't just get immunity.
You sold someone up.
He gave some information out. Yep. What is it? She says, well, I don't know. That's not how immunity works. And I was like, yes, it's exactly how it works.
You get pardoned when you're guilty.
Yeah, she was cross-examining him.
Yeah.
He didn't have rebuttal.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
was
it's not.
objecting.
At the same time, I don't think he's allowed to disclose things to her. Maybe she really didn't know. Jen.
Jen knew for sure.
Maybe he kept her.
When a guy gives you a ring that's a rock, and you're
listening.
like, "Oh, where did this come from?" When you have no money, come on, dude. She knew.
I mean, with Jen,
she probably knew in the back of her mind. But I'm saying, maybe for her protection, he didn't tell her everything.
But
not all women pay attention to the men's finances. When money's coming in, if you question it, it's probably not going to come in anymore, and he's going to go away because he likes the fact that you just don't question it. Here's a nice here's a trip here. And they're new in a relationship, so I can see not questioning it. I didn't question my ex-husband for years.
But typically you would
just came in.
But there's also good days when you own your own business. There's good months and there's bad months, and when there's good months happening, you get a bit more relaxed and you want to treat someone because there's been bad months before. So you don't necessarily question it because it could be legit.
So money actually went into his account.
$8 million.
Wait,
and he didn't know. Apparently.
I don't remember that part.
Didn't it have something to do with the Dodger player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shohei
Ohtani.
Yeah.
Ohtani. So, yeah.
Well, whatever. It's all shady when it comes to Vegas. And so Vegas, is money laundering galore. And it's always been. We're not reinventing a wheel here. And we're not reinventing bookies. We're not reinventing any of this shit. It just happened to be
They got
if you're going to be a public figure or involved in somebody in public figure, especially a housewife guy, it's just going to get worse. All the fans, everybody, the trolls are going to get into that nitty
Actually,
gritty,
in
and
fact-
you're going to get convicted.
In fact, she actually had a good point, Jen. She said, you know what? This is partly my fault. If I wasn't in the spotlight so much,
it is.
then maybe your name wouldn't have been brought into it. But because she is in the spotlight, the media wanted to just get more traction on the article, and that's why it went a bit more viral than it should have been. But his name was in. He got immunity. You don't get immunity unless you have given up something.
But at the party, freaking Ryan, his bookie shows up at the engagement party,
Right?
And
they're
it's like,
laughing.
he's like, "Oh, here's my money launderers here on
I know.
camera."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You fucking idiot!"
And you said men are not dramatic.
And by the way, when you film, they put a microphone on you, and it's not as
It's
if
not going away.
No, it's not as if you're like, oh,
And they
I
go,
didn't
"Ha, ha,
know."
ha," and I'm like, "Dude, you cannot laugh and say that on camera."
I think they forget that they're mic'd up
No.
sometimes.
Well, stop drinking. Like,
Yeah, then
sober your
don't get
shit up,
mic'd.
especially when you're going to go to prison. That's just dumb. I mean, anybody that's that dumb to say that on camera, like, I'm so glad I never met him in my life and married him or something. Ugh, go away.
Okay.
What's
What?
on your scoop
I go
today?
tell us now.
Let's change the subject. I'm tired of talking about
Yes.
money laundering.
Is Katie. So
Okay.
after watching the reunion,
You told me we don't like Katie anymore.
yeah, I know. I called
love
you, didn't
her.
I? So we actually had Kate on the podcast, and I really liked her.
And Jen.
I said everything like she's a great mother, she's a good human. I really liked her, and then I found out some stuff.
Okay, what?
Well, I don't know if I can,
Can
say
you
that.
say
But it's
something?
not reunion stuff. So I ring up Elizabeth.
No,
like,
but we
just-
got to get some tea, a little bit.
I was going to say, you know.
So what I can say is what's on the internet. I think she's a fraud. I think that over time, it's now, and the reunion I saw in a completely different light. So the reason why I called you and said we don't like Katie anymore was because
You were shocked.
I know. I was like, we don't like her anymore. And it's like, okay.
Like, we don't? All right.
So that whole talk about her daughter babysitting Emily's kids, and then her daughter making out that the kids were talking bad about Heather. And by the way, I have my children the same age as Emily's kids. They are going to say stupid
How old
stuff.
are they?
So Emily's got twin boys that are almost 10. It's the same age as my son.
Okay.
And then Annabelle is 11.
And they talk shit? Kids talk
No.
shit?
Yes, yes,
No,
they do.
not
Yes,
kids.
they
I'm
do.
adult.
Actually,
Thank God.
Three
not
boys,
her-
they're grown up.
Not her twins. Her twins
talk shit
are
too.
the cutest little boys. They don't talk shit. They play
Did
with
you
Legos.
talk shit when you were 10?
Yes.
I did too.
That's why I'm
And
here.
you're still a smart ass. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it never goes away.
Everybody thinks that their kids are like the best. I mean, our own kids, it's like you think that they're not, and I go, no
So
way.
wait, the
Oh,
kids.
no.
So what happened? Let's go back to what happened.
No,
So the kids.
my 10-year-old talk shit. Emily's boys don't.
Okay, let's talk about what happened. So the kids.
So the kids. So Katie's daughter babysat the boys. Went back and told everybody that the boys were saying that Heather's a mean person and that Emily doesn't like her.
Katie's
blah, blah,
daughter
blah.
says this.
Yes.
Okay.
It goes all over the news. And what happened was Emily had contacted Katie, and they agreed because Shane also stepped in and said, when it's about the children, we're not going to talk about this.
But Shane is what do you call those?
Helicopter?
No.
He got locked in my bathroom in the desert, and his kid, because he was hanging on the door handle, they hang on stuff. And literally, just really quickly on this note, Shane was, my house manager was going to be there in 15 minutes. The kid was screaming bloody murder. He busted down my brand new thick ass door and knocked the entire.
They're solid.
Yeah, knocked the entire. Shane did. So that
Shane-
guy has
Shane's
got some
Papa Bear.
fire. He's a Papa Bear.
Did he have a battering ram?
I don't fucking know. I didn't have the cameras
How
on.
is
He's
he
a little
hanging from
guy.
your doorknob? That's
Yeah,
what
he's
it
a
was.
little guy.
Shane's
a
little,
thing?
but what?
No, it was
Is
a
it a
brand
tall
new house.
doorknob?
So the kid probably, because they were hanging on the doorknobs, I guess. I don't know. They were all, maybe not. Anyway, long story short, kid got locked in the bathroom.
Shane got
Couldn't get out. It was a bathroom, a VIP one. It's not like the kid was like suffering getting drowned in the toilet seat.
No, but when you panic, you panic.
was
But he
freaked
panicked.
out.
He panicked.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like his kid. My point of saying that is Shane is a strong dad. He's very
so
good.
Shane as a human is really relaxed, but when it comes to his wife and his children, he's very protective, and his wife can
Which he
handle
should be.
herself, but the children can't. So when Shane stepped in and said, you know what, we're not talking about this, squish it. So Emily said done. So they never spoke about it on camera again.
Okay.
Good.
Then it got worse. So after the reunion, Katie, someone who had nannied for Emily's children 4 years ago, bearing in mind now the children are now 6, which is a very different age. She reached out to Katie and told Katie, hey, I agree with you. Emily's kids were talking bad about Heather then as well. The kids were 6.
Oh, I saw this.
Right.
So were Emily's kids talking trash?
No, but that's not the point. Katie got this email. What would you do? What would you do as a housewife? This is directly to you, Elizabeth. As a housewife on the show, I'm an asshole nanny and I message you saying, hey, just so you know, I've got this information. What would you do? Would you not call Emily and say, hey, Emily?
Well, yeah, the nanny has no say.
Right.
Because that's just somebody trying to get in the,
It's
in
your
the press.
say.
So what did Katie do?
What did
I
she
don't know.
do?
What did she do?
She sent the text message to a podcast.
Who? Jeff
Katie-
Lewis?
I don't know the podcast, but that was her initial thought.
Oh, Tiffany, this is juicy. So she sent some false allegations
Yeah.
to a podcast.
And not even contacted
with
Emily.
a lawyer or anybody, or just in general?
Just in general. So now they ran with it and saying that basically Emmy's this, Emily's that. But who does that?
So
I mean, I am going to say this though. How you think that people, their children are this, that. I mean, I thought that our kids were angels too. And they may not be actually talking trash, but kids they have no filter.
So the kids
they just
probably
say
said
things. They probably
something.
said something.
Yeah, but they should leave the kids out of it.
Who
Like
cares?
that's trashy. Like why are we
Agreed.
talking about kids in general?
I agree.
You
If
know?
you come
I
to
agree.
my house and then you hear that my 10-year-old son said, "Oh my gosh, I don't like Tiffany." Are you
I
now
wouldn't
upset?
care. No.
No, I wouldn't
No.
care. It's a kid.
man, I should have had
Yeah.
one of those little bambinos. That'd have been fun.
So my point is
Run around a
that
little
set
bit.
me
Trying to
a
be
little
relevant
bit.
for your kids
Austin
now.
anytime.
So that set me a little bit off with Katie, and then
Okay.
watching.
And that's when you called me.
That's when I called you. But then
All right.
watching the reunion, I realized that there's things that don't make sense.
Like what?
The San Diego thing that she told Gina that she owned a house in San Diego. She didn't own a house in San Diego. She rented a house in San
So
Diego.
she exaggerates.
Yes. Then there was the golf ball vodka shots.
I
I
loved
told
it.
you I thought that was kind
Shots.
of off.
She's now getting sued because she stole someone's idea.
I thought she got sued and then won.
Nope, not yet.
Wait,
I
so
thought
what's
so
up with
too.
her daughter trying to have the dad adopt her?
Well, this
Oh my
there
God,
must
there's
be-
so much drama
there
with
there
this
must be
woman.
so
some
many
weird
more
relationship
things.
stuff going on there because
But wait, she's married though to that guy from
Yeah.
the Golf
Yes.
Channel, right?
But then, so on top of getting sued for
my
that,
God.
she's also, there's this alleged, no, it's not alleged actually, because there's a police report. She had someone arrested.
This
and-
is great TV
ex-husband.
though.
Oh,
Baby daddy.
Definitely keep
No,
her.
it wasn't, but it was apparently
Somebody
she was,
road raging.
yeah, so she was in the
Oh, I
car
saw that.
texting
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
guy had just lost a family member to someone texting. So he was like, get the fuck off the phone or whatever. And he raged at her. She says then that was it.
This is
But
not allegedly. This is
No,
real.
this is it.
it's real.
She had her children in the car. And if
How come-
somebody is road raging you and your kids are in the car, I would have called the police
Yes,
as well.
but wait, it doesn't get, that's where her story ends. The police report, she follows the guy to his house.
yeah.
Now, why would you
Shut
why would you follow a
would do
guy
that?
if you're worried about your
Is that how
safety?
she got her husband?
Yeah.
She saw him on TV and
Yeah.
she's like, Google.
Oh, nice house.
Why do you think all mine are in LLCs?
So if you're really worried about your safety, why would you follow the guy back to her house? She says
With
she,
her kids in the car.
Yes. She says she didn't. Then Emily said, well, that's odd because the police report says otherwise. And
Okay, so whatever. So she has
Okay.
a lot of false drama that you're
She
saying.
Karen'd in the car. She was
Lot.
a car Karen.
oh, false
So there's a lawsuit going on.
And then
There's
on top-
false allegations for a road rage
okay,
person.
yeah.
So I have-
There's lying about the children.
And there's one more.
Wow.
There's also one
Okay,
more. She
go
also
ahead.
lost physical and legal custody of her children. You don't lose
A woman,
legal
yeah,
custody
no.
on your children. It's really hard to
No,
parental
she
rights.
was
Explain it.
homeless. She didn't have any money.
She had
He
no
divorced
money.
her.
She didn't have a roof for them.
You don't get legal
how
rights
is someone like her
terminated.
homeless?
You don't. It's so
Because
hard.
she was
Sorry.
living in a shelter, I
Doesn't
guess, or
matter.
something.
You're still entitled to be a mother.
But she was doing what was best for her kids.
Yeah, she's doing what was best for her children.
If you're a mother,
If she's living in a lady's place to get divorced,
Physical custody.
from
You don't have
an
friends that you can
abuser,
stay
she's
with?
divorcing an
No.
abuser.
Physical
I mean,
custody.
some
All right,
don't want
this
all
is
your
really
kids.
a
It's too
lot.
much.
Oh my God. Okay, so what else we got on the docket besides Katie? Okay, so Katie we don't know about, but do you think they're going to have her back next year?
I don't
I think so.
I
I think so too.
I
She's
think so.
phenomenal TV.
I think
she's
because of all
great.
this.
it's great.
And they still got into it about the paparazzi, as if anyone really cares about that anymore.
Oh God.
The paparazzi what? Oh, Heather Dubrow?
I mean, it's still a story.
So
How is
stupid.
that still a story?
Lame.
Stupid.
Well, I mean, because I think everyone wants to nail Heather to the cross for I don't know what reason.
She's so good.
But she's so good. Heather is a momager her mom, she deals with all the different types of children. And so she's used to saying, stop.
Yep.
Let's talk about this. Where I'm like, go fuck yourself. She's like, no, let's figure out what you're thinking in that head and let's move through it. Like she's a therapist for all these children.
I love that.
And I like it too. She's very calm.
I wish I could be like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Emily. Why is she went psycho? Okay, so you know that whole saying, skinny bitch? They call us skinny bitches. Skinny bitch, skinny bitch.
There's a book called Skinny Bitch.
Well, Emily got really skinny and she seems like she's a bigger bitch this year than ever. So is it because she's skinny? Yeah. Or is it because she's just a bigger bitch? What happened to Emily?
I think
she got tired of people's BS.
Is that what it is?
I think, you get to a point of like, you're just fed up and you keep quiet and you're like, what purpose is this serving me being like the higher road all the time? Okay. I think that sometimes, like
she's an OG too. So the OG for nowadays. Yeah.
I also think that she's, her attorney mind kicked in a lot more this season than it ever has done.
Yeah, her logical mind.
Yes. So I think before she was psycho mind would kick in and it was like, fuck you, I'm going to kill you. Now it's, penal code, da 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 da. And she starts reading
People pay more attention as opposed to when you're just acting, erratic.
I think she adds a good dynamic because everyone's like, Housewives are dumb. And she's like, fuck you. Of course we're... Wait, we just play one on TV.
Wait, did you see that funny scene on the reunion where she's like, I think Jesus Jugs calls her dumb and dumb. And she's like, fuck you, don't ever call me dumb.
You're the dumbest bitch I know or whatever.
That was right. And then Jesus Jugs
says... She said Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah, she don't call me... And then she comes back and says, well, I've got a degree. Like, in what? And Jesus Jug couldn't even remember what her degree was in.
But wait... She doesn't have a degree, does she?
That's what she said. She goes, I've got a degree.
I don't have a degree. I was a jazz vocal major. That's not
No, but I think it's funny that when you say you've got a degree, you're like, well, what's it in? She's like, well, I've got a degree. Well, in what?
Okay, so why do you think they're going to have Alexis back next?
I don't think so.
I think it would be bad for the brand because there's so many women mad that she just did that to Shannon that it doesn't look good. Like, put yourself in Shannon's shoes. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, she's also just a friend.
But you need a bad guy on the show.
Yeah, you need a villain.
She's just a friend, so she's not a cast
Who's
member.
Who's going to be the bad guy, Tamara?
Okay, what else we got?
Who's the bad guy today? Here?
Wait, but what do you feel about
Elizabeth?
So, my thing is they have a lot of turnover on Orange County, more than any other franchise.
They can't figure out the casting.
Right. And it's like, it makes it hard to follow.
They're even bringing people back because they're struggling.
Well, I ended up watching them all last night, like the whole reunion in a row. And I go, what is it? And I go, it constantly turns over so much that it's like, you find one that's your favorite and then they're gone.
So do you think the husbands should be more involved in Orange County like they do Jersey and everywhere else?
I mean, I kind of like it.
I like it.
I like the husbands in Jersey.
Well, I'm supposedly dating Bellino, so there you go.
Oh my gosh.
And everyone's like, if you dated Bellino, you'd get back on the show. This would be great.
You could just date John.
Yes, pass.
Oh my God, give me a break.
Did they split up?
Who?
Alexis and John?
No. Apparently they're getting married next year.
Okay, let's make a bet. Let's bet $1.
Oh, $1? Hey, big spender.
Actually, no, let's bet $10. That way we can
and that's real.
So we remember
that she doesn't get back on the show and they break up.
Should we call
in
Ryan? Should we call in Ryan to book
She announced to Andy on the reunion that he's like, did you set a date? And then she's like, yeah, because she's trying to get back on the show and have a storyline. Because that's what Bronwyn, Wyndham Burke did.
My gosh, you're so right.
And so then when Andy goes, okay, yeah, will any of these ladies get an invite? Okay, well, we'll check in on you. He was not like sitting there going, great, we can't wait. He was like, oh, okay, which means you're not getting back on the show. Good luck with your marriage. We ain't filming it and you're paying for it.
But think about it. Her whole storyline was suing Shannon. And it's been done to the death.
Anybody
so she's
that
got
brings
nothing
lawyers
else.
involved, I can't talk to.
I just want to know how that wasn't extortion. Like, how are they not?
It was extortion.
Yeah, so how are they not running with that?
He didn't release the videos. I think had the videos
but
gotten
it's
leaked.
still extortion. It's threatening someone.
Yeah.
And that should be a thing. That's what's,
I agree.
Okay, but also,
we have a few more minutes. So what
the alleged video? I mean, did she almost really hit his daughter?
I'm sure.
Okay, so
I mean,
I don't think that's irrelevant.
I don't think it's
Shit
irrelevant.
happens.
And at the end of the day, she
like,
claimed she was drunk, really drunk. She claims she doesn't remember. Is that an excuse? No. But is she sorry? Yes.
Yeah.
Has she seen what she's meant to be sorry for? No. What else is she meant to do?
I feel like he should have showed it to her and
He said he was
hey,
going to.
You know,
Yeah.
look what you did to my daughter.
He's got that Alexis, you know, when you're getting a good, sometimes, you know, your brain, these dudes' brains just
there's
shut off.
the
They're
brain
like,
goes from here
Alexis
to here.
is pretty hot. So imagine he's getting it and he's happy and he's on TV. He's getting his nut everywhere. So why would you want to crack that motherfucker when you could just open it up a little bit and tease everybody?
Well, he's not thinking with that head.
He ain't. He's thinking with this. So, I mean,
Different
he's not
head.
going to show. He's going to listen to that Alexis. She's like, okay, wait, just don't show the video. Wait, it's not, don't release it yet.
What was Emily saying?
Every sure she's fucking
every
riding
trash
that
can needs
cowboy
a lid.
pony, shutting his fucking mouth up. For sure. What? I'm just mad at her. I do not like her. Disrespect
I
in the
honestly
house.
think even if there's a video of her running over the daughter, she was drunk.
Not
she was
running
in
over.
a car. Stop. It's
she
done.
went to rehab. She's getting help.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
I agree, but it still doesn't take away from. I mean, because if that was my daughter, I mean, I would
if
probably,
she even does it, there's no video. We don't
I
know
know.
what
They're
really
like
happened.
dumbing
We
down
don't
the
know what really
seriousness of
happened.
it. It's like,
Yes.
pay me and then I'll release this video. I mean, if the video was
Yeah,
so
that was
serious,
gross.
why aren't we talking about it before? You know, it's like,
I don't know. I think the whole extortion, the money, it reminds me of my ex. It makes me cringe when people do that to me. Like when I went on the date and got the cease and desist and wanted like damages. I was like, dude.
I'm so numb to this.
I'm like, yeah, I got my lawyer immediately. Give him a fucking letter.
his own made up letter.
Yeah, so, yeah. Oh my
Damages for one date?
God.
She's
No,
not
that's
fucked
a
up.
whole other story.
I'm just saying.
rip off
I'm
a
not
Band-Aid.
asking for the story, but it's damages for a date.
Oh, Newport Beach, man.
I would like to
It's
just-
fabulous.
I think I'm going to say congratulations to Bravo because I think the editing is on point when they would talk about something, then the little edit comes up. When,
Yeah,
so-
I do. I actually they edited
They
really good
did
this season.
really good.
I
Yeah.
love
And
that
I
they
loved
showed.
it.
Well, they kept their own receipts.
They did.
I love
Yeah.
seeing the receipts.
Yeah, and their lighting was good. I thought the production was.
Yeah.
And by the way, I guess it was the best season they've ever had.
It's the 100th
Really?
season
Yeah.
of Housewives, period.
Okay, so wait, so
I'm
you
old
felt
school.
I
No.
thought the lighting in the confessionals was not.
Well, that's
not
different.
right.
Confessionals is different than the reunion.
Did you see my confessionals during COVID?
Yeah, you had
I had no lighting. The producers are in a
shower
van.
curtain.
I've got a cell phone in front of me, no hair and makeup, I got boob sweat, and I look like a dude. I literally look like a hermaphrodite. And I'm like,
You did not.
oh yes, I
Yes,
did.
she did.
I could
And
have
that's being
been a
polite.
dude, and you wouldn't have even
I'm gonna
known.
go watch
All
it
I had
later.
to do was do the Sharon Stone, and you would have just whipped it out. It was horrible. And now all of a sudden, all the
my
girls the
God.
next season get this beautiful hair, makeup.
Well, I'm saying you would have thought during their confessionals that would have been like the best lighting, but it wasn't
It's
the
in my
greatest.
garage.
No, I'm saying confessionals for this past year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the lighting was great during filming, but during confessionals, it was. I go, oh Lord.
Bravo! If you need a studio to make the ladies look fabulous, we're here for you. We can do your confessionals here. Just a small little plug. So, okay. So in general, I think that the reunion was good. Andy Cohen, how long do you think he's going to be Andy Cohen? Because it seems like he's getting tired.
he's getting over it.
Well, I think
He's
it's
getting over
cute.
it.
His daughter was calling him. It was cute.
Okay, but do you think Andy's getting tired?
yeah.
Because he's gotten, who's the guy, the podcast guy I just talked about?
John Hill?
Jeff Lewis.
But Andy,
But they're always
Andy's
bickering.
brilliant. Andy is so good. He manages to rein them in. He's like,
Yeah.
enough of that conversation.
But do you think that if Andy goes away, it all goes away, or do you think
No.
they're going to replace Andy?
Who would you guys want to see?
I don't think he's
replace
ready.
Andy?
I don't
know.
really know any. Like,
There-
I feel like Bravo, even though
Ricky Gervais.
he is Bravo. Okay,
Who's that?
I would
Ricky
love
Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
Who's that?
He is an
Oh,
English
he's
comedian,
amazing.
but he does not do bullshit.
Howard Stern's retaring.
Oh my
no.
God.
Yeah, Howard
We don't need a
Stern.
girl
I like
guy on
Ricky.
there. We need a
Okay.
guy.
No, I think Bravo. Andy Cohen is Bravo.
Yeah,
and I
that's
don't-
the thing.
I don't think he's in a rush to retire. I think he's fine. I think that he's learned throughout the years and he shuts things down quicker.
You can never replace him. So it would
Yeah.
be weird if he ever went away.
I think Ricky Gervais is a great
So
Yeah.
candidate.
he did the global Golden Globe
Okay.
Awards.
Smashed
and
it. No, he did such a good job.
ruined Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
great.
love it.
So rude.
So he's the truthful guy.
Yes,
But would the people in there have the sense of humor. That's what I'm saying is that he eviscerated every single person in the audience.
Yeah.
And half of them were like,
That's kind of true.
Tom Hanks hated it.
I
Leonardo
hate you, but-
DiCaprio
He
thought it
called
was
him a
brilliant.
Tom Hanks hated it because
He is, because
he is what he is.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he loved it. He hit on Leonardo
Yeah.
quite a few times. Anyway,
Well, we're
off
talking about
topic.
reunion today,
Yeah,
but I
know.
really want to talk about P. Diddy
Again?
Oh.
He's got more drama going on, but we can't. We'll do that next time.
Oh, just really quickly.
Okay.
Because my last point, and then we're wrapping up. So Tamara and Shannon finally got a hug.
yeah, I saw
Oh, yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Who's coming back next season? Let's figure this out.
Emily, Gina, Shannon, Tamara.
You think Tamara still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although she really got quiet in the reunion.
Oh, by the way, her whole going to therapy,
Oh, God.
that whole yelling thing isn't working for her anymore. The
No,
trashy.
she hasn't gone yet. It was the day after the reunion. She
It
started.
was the next day.
No, it's
Yeah.
part of her storyline now, obviously. Her new thing is to be quiet in the Tamara. I always told Kelly Dodd, like, literally, if you just apologize to the world for being an asshole, you'd get back on the show. Like, all of a sudden, be the good girl.
But
And
no,
so
talking about
it would have
apologies.
totally got her back on the show.
Accountability.
Don't you think it's hilarious when Emily was like, just apologize? And then Tamara went, yeah. And then they went, no, they're asking you to apologize, Tamara.
It's some people, it's so weird. The moment, like if I screw up, I say, you know what? I go, I'm sorry. That wasn't right. I just say it. Like some people cannot accept accountability or take responsibility for anything. They
You're
just
not really saying much today. How about your accountability over there?
I like
something to
Tamara.
share?
I think she's got a personality. I like her being a bitch. It makes the show interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It was a little overacting though, didn't you think? Kind of this year?
I liked her.
Yeah,
and,
what do you think about it, Tamara?
I like her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd hang out with her. We'd talk shit all day. It's like,
I
yeah.
think she
You'd
was
be a
amazing.
dynamic duo.
Yeah. I
Back
can
then
see
when
it.
she was getting naked and drunk and partying. I thought that was brilliant. I
Yeah.
thought she was
Her
a
tits
lot
were
of
nice,
fun.
dances on
too.
bars.
Yes.
I was
Nice.
like, okay, show those babies off.
I'm not gonna lie, my all-time favorite was when they were the Tres Amigas and they jumped in, and it wasn't even just they jumped in the pool.
Oh, she broke
Shannon-
her foot.
Yes, no,
She did.
Shannon
Right.
and the Spanx. That was my favorite. And I go, that is like a real that's a real woman. Yeah, I go in Spanx.
I think that's when Tamara broke, or Shannon, one of them broke their foot by jumping in the hot tub.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
can't remember.
I just
They had a
know that
boot.
I was so excited when I got hired by the Housewives that I was going to work with Shannon and Tamara with Spanx on drinking tequila under a bar. Like, I was just so excited to get hammered
And
with
did
these
that
ladies.
did that work?
No, they fired both of them and brought me on. So
Oh, that's
I'm like this
right.
loser that's never been
Yeah.
on the Housewives, never watched the show, replacing the two OGs. How horrible was my year? People are like,
And
she
COVID.
sucks. I'm like,
So much
I'm
pressure.
sorry. I suck
Wait,
balls.
there was the girl from Saturday Night Live when they get to, pick who they want, like their grief or their gripe with
Yeah.
Bravo. I think I sent it to you. I
Yeah.
can't remember what her name is.
I got
but
so
she wanted
proud.
you to come back. She goes, she never got to finish her story. I want to hear
Yeah.
what
Mhm.
happened.
Well,
Kristen
maybe one
Wiig
day.
Oh,
is a big fan, I think. Was it
Kristen
her?
Wiig, no, it was the other one with she has actually like shorter hair. I was like, I'll have to look her up. But
Well, ladies, we're running out of time.
Damn it.
We wanted to give you the tea you need. I know there's more. We are 2 weeks late. What, 2 weeks late?
Oh, whatever.
okay.
I mean,
But we're in it to win it for you ladies. There's so much more to talk about, so much more crap. We want some hot mics next year, Andy. 2 days after the reunion, we want those ladies mic'd up. We want to hear. We want to get their phones tapped. We want to know what those text messages are saying. Wouldn't that be just bomb?
Some nanny
That would be
cams.
amazing.
Yeah, and I want to just do a
Yeah.
shout out to Jim Bellino. No, we're not dating.
It was
to
a
every
hack.
man out there. I'm still single, ready to mingle. I actually, I you've got a job. That's even
Oh
better.
my gosh, what is this now? Podcast stroke dating agency?
It's her dating profile.
I'm trying to squish the Jim Bellino story from TMZ.
Put this video on your Riot.
Yes,
and
all
it's
right,
just-
ladies. Well, thank you for another Tea Time. Thank you for watching this episode of Tea Time by Girl Talk. I'm Elizabeth Vargas.
I'm Jodie Silva.
Tiffany Soursby.
And Sophia Joels.
And I'm Chetin Göle.
Like, follow, subscribe, support us on Patreon, and watch the next episode. Woo! We got it done! I know it's so quick.
Now we're doing a dating agency.
I'm not dating, I'm single.